Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the low cut function. So here's the low cut button over here. It's right next to the gain. And I'm going to show you how to use it and then show you what it does. So to use it on a channel like this here, vocal 1, I'll just go up here, click select. So that's going to be now controlling vocal 1. I can do it on other instruments like so, but we want to do vocal 1 for now. So I'm going to go up here and I can turn the low cut button on or off like this. And to view it on the screen here, I'm actually just going to duck down to this equalizer section and click view. And the reason I'm doing that is because the low cut is really part of the equalizer. So I'm just going to turn that button on and off and you're going to see what it's doing on the screen. So that's off. So it's changing it around here. Off, on, off, on. So this here is a diagram of what's happening to the audio signal. And when I turn it on, it's scooping out all of the low information. That's why it's called a low cut. It's cutting out the low end frequencies. If I turn it off, all of those low end frequencies are just still there. So I'm going to turn that on again, then I'm going to adjust this frequency knob, and you're going to see that I get to change whereabouts the cut takes place, really early on or really high up the frequency spectrum. So that's all the way to the right there, and that means that a whole chunk of information is being cut out, almost to the really the low mids. But if I roll it all the way back, then just a little bit is being taken out. So it does what you'd expect. When it cuts out the low end information, it sounds less boomy, and it probably is going to sound a little more tinny because we're cutting a lot out. If we leave it all in by pulling it back or even turning it off, well, it's just going to have a lot of low end bass, you might like to say. So why do we do this? Well, most instruments we don't really need much low end information, especially not things like vocals, guitars, even some drums and stuff. You might keep it on for the kick drum and the bass, but apart from that, by putting the low cut on, and I like to put it up to like 100 is a pretty standard thing. So everything below 100's been cut off, and that just clears out all of that noise that might be rumbling through and making it a muddy mix. So as a rule, apart from bass and kick drum or any super low instruments, you're going to want to put that low cut on straight away. Cut it from about 100 at a kind of just a template. So that's the low cut.